Now, one thing that we don't have on the agenda, Chuck, but we used to do during COVID at the meetings, and it's kind of a nice thing. Charlotte and Brady, would you mind doing the Pledge of Allegiance while we wait for everybody?
Oh, Jesus.
I'm,
Mom, everybody
I'm
can
staying
hear
out of it.
you.
You
Mom,
know,
everybody can hear
Brady's,
you.
Can
Brady's
it,
a big boy now.
All right, all right, all right. A pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of
It's very
I
serious.
pledge
You do a good job.
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to to the republic with which we stand, one nation, under God, indivisible, and liberty and justice for all.
Very good. Thank you.
Okay,
That was a
thank you.
good addition.
I do want
We're going to have all of you. I'm going to go around and introduce you, and you're all going to have an opportunity to give your personal greetings, birthday greetings to sister. And I consider all of you VIPs. So although we had special guests and tributes at the end, this is a good opportunity to do it. And if anybody has like another PowerPoint or anything, we can also put those under number 4. But for right now, I will start us out. And I am Cindy Orlandi. And the photo behind me was actually taken when I was the exact same age or about the same age as Sister Margaret Mary. This was on the occasion of her 50th Jubilee. This picture was taken, it's very pretty. It's outside at the Villa Maria in Pennsylvania. And so that was the two of us there. And I was very pleased to be able to, help celebrate with her. For some strange reason, growing up, I was really never the kind of person that would cry at, weddings, and I'd stay away from funerals. But I think when I went to your 50th Jubilee, sister, and not the outside part, but the part where you had like the procession, I actually was crying, and it's sort of like I've become more sentimental over the years, but it was just truly a lovely ceremony. And I just will always remember that when you were marching down the aisle, it was like, crying for you, just like you'd cry for a bride. Although again, I wasn't the type of person that would do that. Now I did not. Chuck is very, very good, and he has a very good PowerPoint later on. I really can't tell you every thing. I mean, I appreciate everything you've done over your life. You've had a lot of accomplishments. I can tell you that I love you, and I can tell you that I got to be more. As I grew older and I could drive, we got to see a lot more of each other. I know when you were little, you never forgot us. You always, came to see us at holidays and things. But it wasn't until I was really older that I really, appreciated you, and as much as I appreciate you now. But we are very fortunate to have you as an aunt, and best aunt ever. Never miss a birthday or anything. You're always and these past couple of years, I cherish the one good thing that came out of COVID is that we did Zoom meetings. And although some people would question whether Zoom meetings are really a good thing, it was a way to stay in contact with you in Pennsylvania, even though I'm here in Michigan, and again with other families. So I cherish that. Again, I am totally unscripted. I'm just talking, and you always talk heart to heart. So that's what I'm telling you for my birthday greetings. The one other thing I wanted to say is that you are 100 years old, and I did a little research, and the research was that there are 100,000 people that are now this year in 2024 that are 100 years old. So that might seem like a lot, Brady, 100,000, but in 30 years, and actually, well, you can't see, but the picture there was like 30 years ago. So in 30 years, instead of having 100,000, it's going to quadruple. So there'll be 4 times as many people that are 100 years old, supposedly. Other interesting facts are that the United States, I think, is second to Japan
Wow.
as far as countries. So anyway, happy birthday. And my job now is I'm going to go around just like it's on Wheel of Fortune or Jeopardy. I'm going to introduce you in the order that you appear on my screen. So I'm going to start with Paula Jean.
Hey, Cindy, can we have Tammy go? She is leaving on vacation tomorrow. She probably just wants to say hi and then she can drop off, okay?
Absolutely. Okay,
Got
so
your back.
Tammy, introduce yourself, please. Tammy Brown.
Thank you. Hi, sister. How are you today? Happy birthday, even though it's a few days early. I just wanted to share a story that I shared with sister a little bit ago. When she flew out for my wedding, we were in New Hampshire, and for the first time in recorded weather history, 3 hurricanes met in the same place, and it was the weekend of our wedding. And I was so disappointed because it was October and I wanted the beautiful fall colors and everything for our wedding. But if you wanted to see that, you had to look in the sewers as it rushed by and all the rainwater. But I remember we went to the airport and we picked up sister, and I was driving her up to New Hampshire, and she just kept saying, "It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful." And I remember thinking, "Are you crazy? There's no bleachers and nothing." But since then, I've so come to understand and really appreciate and love her for that amazing ability to see beauty when I wasn't seeing it. And I've tried very hard to follow in those footsteps. So thank you, sister, for everything you taught me.
Thank you, Tammy.
I gotta run.
Tammy, have a great vacation.
Thank you. I'm
Love
sorry
you.
to cut short. Bye.
Love you.
Love you too.
Okay, Paula, would you
Cindy?
like to go now?
Absolutely. Sister, I wish you such a blessed birthday. Not many people, as Cindy said, that reached that 100th milestone. But I look back on who you are and what you've done, the accomplishments through the years. And, you know, you are just absolutely amazing. And one of the stories that I was going to tell is the exact story that Tammy told, because we got to Pat and Lee's house that morning, and, you know, the weather wasn't the greatest. We're going to the airport and everything was beautiful. And that's your soul. And there's so many times that I can think about having dinner at Pat and Lee's in the beautiful dining room with Uncle Paul, and just the memories that were shared. And the thing that I always remember about you is your spirit, your kindness, your big heart, and what you've done for the community and what you've accomplished. And for that, I tell you, you are absolutely amazing. I love you, and I wish you nothing but the best as you go through the upcoming year, and just enjoy yourself here in a couple of days as you reach that milestone.
Okay, thank you, Paula. Next is cousin Ann Cantor, and again, she's on our Rothermel side. So, Ann, and your husband is with us too. Is he still
No,
here?
he's actually stepped away. Yeah, it's my sister is my mother's first cousin, but they never knew each other. So it's been really a blessing for me to get to know sister a little bit over the last couple of years through Zoom. And I just remember, even as a child, my parents would occasionally say, "Yeah, there's, you know, what my mom's cousin is a sister, and her other cousin is a father," you know. So that was sort of stuck with me. So it was really nice, and it's been an honor to get to know you, and I really do admire your lifetime of service to the Lord. Happy birthday.
Okay, thank you, Ann. And next, our cousins Rose Nagley and Gabe Marcy. And is Gabe still there, Rose? Or
Gabe
no?
had to step out to take a phone call, so.
Okay, well, when he comes back, he can have a turn out of line if you like. But Rose, why don't you go ahead and,
Sounds
take it
good.
away.
I'm Rose Nagley Marcy, and I'm cousins with Cindy, Barb, Chuck, and Connie, who's not on the call, and got to know sister just sort of as tagging along to meet up with them and get to know them since we didn't know each other growing up. So I've been inspired by, excuse me, by sister's faith and her service and her dedication. Even as she's retired from service, she still continues to volunteer at the hospital and be there for each of us. And we love you very much. And we'll let Gabe talk when he comes back.
Okay, thank you, Rose. And for those of you that have access to chat, the agenda that Chuck's just done a great job organizing this. The agenda that Chuck spoke about is in the chat. So if you want to see where we are at any time, you can go there. We're in section 2, and the next person on my squares are Charlotte and Brady. So Charlotte, you're muted now though.
All right. So Sister Margaret Mary's been in my life, my whole life. You know, she's been there. I remember when I'm being a really young child and sister coming over to visit, and you know, just always so friendly and kind. I think she's the kindest person I've met in my whole life, honestly. And you know, she supports science. And I mean, obviously religion, but she's a big supporter of science and pharmaceutical science. So which is what I do. And sister always, you know, she always wrote me such, you know, lovely letters, and I did my best to write her back, and I know I did better when I was younger. But anyway, we treasure receiving cards and letters from sister, and we're just really happy that you made it to 100. And you know, not only did she make it to 100, but she also you know, is very sharp for 100. So on my dad's side of the family, everybody lives to over 100. 108, one of them. You know, my grandma lived to 105, but unfortunately Alzheimer's was there by that point. So you know, sister's extra special in that she's as sharp and smart as she is at 100 years old. So
Okay, thank you, Charlotte. And Doug and Brady, do you care to say anything to sister?
She's very nice. I like the cards she gives me and pretty much everything my mom said. I mean, yeah.
I remember when I first got to know Charlotte, and you know, as you do in the early stages of a relationship, you get to know the family. And I was very surprised to hear there was a nun in the family. So my experience of nuns is very, very limited, like most people. And it's been amazing to know sister over the years and what a life of service actually means. So service to the Lord and service to community and service to health through the work in the pharmacy and so on. It's been amazing and been an enlightening experience for me. Like Charlotte and like Brady said, I absolutely treasure, maybe even have come to expect and anticipate the birthday cards in that beautiful handwriting. It's an absolute pleasure to receive those every year. So thank you, sister, for being you, and thank you for your service, and thank you for your lovely, lovely cards. We really do love you very much.
Thank you, Charlotte, Brady, and Doug. And next is Pat and Lee.
I echo everything that's been said. And so I'm going to go another direction and just talk about a couple of funny things that I remember. And that is that I think we all know that sister entered the convent from high school. And so she really never had any experience with real life, shall I call it. And so there came a time, and I really don't remember the year, but St. Elizabeth's Hospital got crowded. And so they decided that they were going to put the nuns in a apartment. and so that they could use the space that they occupied for patients. And so they did. And for the first time, I believe, in Sister's life, she was facing the real world. And at the same time, they had eliminated the habits that they used to wear, and she was finding herself in regular street clothes. So I remember quite a few calls that I got from her, tips on how to do her hair, how to curl it, how to get it cut, etc. Recipes she's never had to cook herself, and just adjusting to the world that we had all lived in for so long. And I always found that amusing, that was a role reversal, because I'd always looked to her for support, and as time went by. So that's one thing that I found quite amusing during that time. And then the second thing was that when our daughters began to get married, our new son-in-laws frequently were sitting in the library watching television, sports to be specific, and Sister would be visiting. And so often we would find her sitting in the library with them, discussing sports, and she knew what she was talking about. And I always thought that that was just another side of her that you just wouldn't expect to see. So those are the two things, but I certainly do commend her for all the achievements. My goodness, it's all come to light so strongly in the past month or so in preparing for her birthday. So, and that my husband, Lee, I don't think that many of you have met him or seen him, but he's right here beside me, as he always is. And we've been married for almost 62 years now. So thanks for inviting us and including us. We appreciate it.
Thank you for coming. And Lee, go ahead.
Yes, when I first met Sister, I had no idea what being a nun was all about. So it was all new to me to actually be part of a family that had a nun and also a priest. And Pat also had an uncle on the other side of her family, on the Stockard side, and that was a priest. So it was all new to me, and I was, like 20 years old, not knowing what it all was about. It was quite interesting. But the thing that always impressed me about Sister was how well she took care of Father Paul.
Yeah, he did. And that's for sure. She even wrote a book, has the
Yes.
history of him.
Yeah.
And yeah, she was very good at that.
Well, those are some wonderful memories. And next will be my sister, Barb. Barb, are you there?
Hey, hi, everybody. I just want to say happy birthday to Sister, 100 years old. And I'm a woman of few words. I just want to, Sister, did you get that package I sent you? I don't think she heard me.
Yes, I did, Barb.
Okay, good.
I
Yeah.
wrote you.
Okay, so I'll just remember all the good times we had together. And I'm just very proud of my daughter and my grandson. He's really coming along. He's going to be in the 5th grade next month. So, okay, Cindy, I really don't have anything else to say, except it's really nice to see everybody. And Pat, your daughter, Tammy, looks exactly like you. She's so beautiful.
Oh, well, thank you. I consider that a compliment. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's kind of hard for me to hear on this phone. But anyway, you guys go on with your program.
Okay, thank you very much, Barb. And next, we have some people that joined us a little bit later, so they didn't get an early introduction. But we have 2 cousins. We have Linda Gribble, who is twice a cousin, and I'll let her explain that to Sister Margaret Mary.
Linda,
Go ahead and share your memories with Sister.
Sure. So sister, first off, just want to wish you a happy 100th birthday. It's great to know you. And just a couple things here. Thank you for all your, first and foremost, your friendship, your thoughts, your prayers. That always means a lot for all of us. The cards, the letters, I keep everything. It all means a lot. I know you always personalize everything, and that's always very thoughtful, and it's great to have that. Basically how I met sister was because for those of you that don't know me, my name's Linda Gribble, but like Cindy had said, we're related twice to sister through the Horning side and also through the Rothermel side. And I somewhat like informally like the family historian and the Hornings, Horn-Ung, if you go back far enough, we have a lot of history through Randolph, which is a small country town in Portage County, Ohio. And that's actually where I first met sister. So I don't know, sister, if you maybe you remember that, I don't know, but to the best of my knowledge, that's where we first met. And there was a gentleman I had known a long time ago. His name was Paul Horning, and he had kind of invited me to this family gathering because we used to have like family picnics out there in the summer. And when I went out there, that was when I had met sister. And then through sister, when she found out that I did the family history, she says, "Oh, you have to meet my nephew Chuck." So basically, so I got in touch with. She had given me contact information for Chuck. I might have at that point it was probably just snail mail, sent something through there, and then at some point from there I got to meet Cindy and Barb and Connie, and I think Cindy the first time we met at a genealogy conference in Toledo. So basically through sister, I've gotten to know all the Negleys, and that's great. But I'm a terrible artist. I don't know if you can, I don't know if this is backwards or not on here. I tried to write something that's, it's not coming in very clear.
Happy
But anyway,
birthday.
yeah, I'm sorry about that. But anyway, I tried to write up a little something. Happy 100th birthday. We've been out of town this past week. So I did send you a card in the mail. Hopefully you got the card. And then I had also sent you a postcard, but we were actually out in kind of like the center states, like Kansas, Missouri, out in there. And I wanted to send you something with a special postmark, but basically by the time I wrote up a special postcard for you, we were on the way to the airport. We could not find a mailbox. We could not find a postal drop. So your postcard, when you get it with birthday greetings on it, it will actually be postmarked Cleveland, Ohio, which wasn't the intent. We wanted something a little bit more special, but hopefully you'll still have it by Monday. You'll be getting a little something extra in addition to that, and a donation to Sister Humility of Mirror too. But we love you. You're great. You know, we love your your spirit and all that you've done and all the people you've helped, and most importantly, like I said, your prayers and your friendship. And we always continue to keep you in our thoughts and prayers as well. So thank you for everything, sister. We love you a lot. So God bless you.
Thank you, Linda, very much. And our last but not least is Jim and Kathy Nagley. And again, they're cousins on my dad's side, just like Rose and Gabe are.
Well, thanks for inviting us to this. And we just wanted to wish you a wonderful birthday, sister. And we hope you have many, many blessings continued this year. You've been a true blessing to all of us. I think people have been saying that. Growing up, I didn't really know you that well. I knew who you were. I knew you were in the family. I knew you were related to my Aunt Millie and stuff. But it wasn't until recently we got to know you a little bit. Invited to the parties that Chuck and Cindy have organized, and I know during my years teaching, I taught with all of your sisters in your order, and I know they would mention you, and I think I met you a few times at different functions of theirs that I attended, and so forth at the villa a couple of times. But you've done so much good work over the years. You have been a true minister in your order and to so many people at the hospital. So you have been a blessing to so many people, and you need to be proud of that. And all that. So we just wanted to join this and wish you such a happy birthday today.
And I just want to say happy birthday, sister. I enjoyed getting to know you and your lovely cards when you send a thank you note. It's always so personal. And Jim and I want to make a donation in your honor to your order. So that's what your gift is. So happy birthday, and hope you have many, many more.
Okay, well, thank you, Jim and Kathy and Linda and Barb and Lee and Pat and Brady and Charlotte and Doug and Gabe and Rose and Ann, and most importantly, sister. And last but not least is my brother Chuck. And I've decided that I'm going to combine 4 and 2 and 3 on the agenda because he had a spot there for VIPs, and since with special presentations, and he's just put together a wonderful collection of photos and music for sister. So I will let Chuck say his informal memories, birthday memories. It's your time for number 2, and then you can take it away for numbers 3 and 4. And again, you're the VIP presenter.
Okay, in the interest of time, I'm just gonna say happy 100th birthday, Sister Margaret Mary, I love you. My daughter was on for a while, but she couldn't stay on. She had internet problems or something. So I'm supposed to relay a message from my daughter. She says, can you tell her, me and the dogs hope she has a fantastic 100th year of life. What a milestone to celebrate. And we hope to and I'm very proud of all that she has accomplished, and so it's neat to see the positive impact she's made on so many people's lives, and that I love her very much and hope to be able to join a Zoom meeting again very soon.